Presentations don't fail because of poor English. They more often fail because of nerves, a weak structure, or bad delivery. Today, I'm going to show you how to present confidently and clearly, even if English isn't your first language. Most people think great presenters are born confident. They are not. I'm proof. Confidence comes from knowing what to say, how to say it, and what to do naturally with your body while you speak. Let's break this into simple, practical steps that you can use in your very next presentation. Your audience decides how confident you are in the first few seconds. So stand tall, pause, make eye contact with your audience, then speak your opening words. Don't rush. Silence at the start is powerful. It shows confidence even before words are spoken. It helps calm your breathing, and it makes people actually listen. A confident pause is much better than a nervously spoken sentence. You need a clear and simple structure. Use this formula every time. You can't go wrong. The opening. What is it about? The body. 3 main key points. And an ending. 1 powerful takeaway. If you know where you're going, your audience will follow. Why this works so well, especially for ESL speakers? Well, it reduces pressure on memorizing, keeps you well organized, and makes your message much easier to understand. Your body should support your message, not distract from it. Maintain open body language, use relaxed, natural hand gestures, and avoid closed body language like this, crossing your arms. Your body tells the audience whether you actually believe in your message. The connection to interviews here is that the same posture skills that work in interviews will also cross over and work in presentations. Nervous speakers rush. Confident speakers slow down at the right times. They pause after important points. So breathe between sentences, like using punctuation, and let powerful pauses create impact. You don't need more words, you need more space. Why does this matter for ESL learners? Well, it's clearer, more controlled pronunciation, fewer mistakes in both grammar and vocab accuracy, and also there's more control in exactly the message of what you are saying. A weak ending, like a weak conclusion, can just totally ruin a strong presentation, especially if there was a strong introduction. So instead of saying, "That's it," or blah, 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 and that's all, or "Okay, thank you very much," try something like this. So the key message is blah, 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 or "If you remember one thing today, remember this." Strong endings make you sound both clear and confident, even if you are freaking out inside. Okay, so here are some common mistakes during presentation. First one, reading slides word for word simply because you're not well prepared. Looking at the floor because there are kind of too many eyes looking at you, so you're just really nervous. Speaking way too fast because, again, really nervous, or you're freaking out. Perhaps you're fidgeting with pens or paper, also because you're quite nervous. Apologizing for your English. This one, you don't even have to do. You're using your English, plus it's a presentation, not really an IELTS test. Your audience is listening to your ideas. They're not judging all of your grammar or your vocabulary. So remember, great presentation skills aren't about speaking perfect English all the time. It's about clarity, structure, and confidence, all of which you can practice. So if this video helped you out, please like and subscribe for more communication and soft skill tips. Good luck to you and your next presentation as well. And please let me know how you did in the comments below, because I'd really love to hear your story. Or alternatively, if you need some extra tips or advice or a bit of help with something specific, we'll be here and happy to help you out and create a new video for you guys. My name is Warren from the Teacher Trainer channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. You need a calerno. Subscribe for more If this video helped you out, like and subscribe. Let's do it again now. Instead, well, there's no need to actually apologize for your English. You're already in there.